Major differences in the way people interpret Argentine tangos. One, I like to call literal interpretation. That is, whatever you hear in the music, that's what you try to dance. So if the music stops, you do a stop. If it's slow, you go slow. If there's a musical embellishment, you do an embellishment. And the other model is what I call a figurative interpretation of the music, or sometimes I call it the musicality of the movement. Because when we talk about musicality, we can talk about how the movement flows in a very organic, natural manner, and we can talk about how the movement fits precisely with the music. And those are sometimes those work together, but more often than not, we're either shooting for one or the other. In my opinion, the modern interpretation of musicality has been associated with a literal interpretation. But if you watch a lot of the older milongueros and milongueras, you'll see that there's more of a figurative interpretation. There's an emphasis on making the movement musical rather than have it literally fit in with the music. And so if I show you two different ways of interpreting the music, the literal interpretation, so everything that I was listening to the music, I was trying to very literally do that with dynamic contrasts and pauses and everything. Now with this next song, I'll do more of a figurative interpretation, which again is emphasis on organic flow of the movement, but not necessarily stepping exactly on the beat or with the phrasing or otherwise. So you notice it's a little bit slower than what I was doing before. Again, I'm not stepping in a rhythmic way, but I'm also not stepping in a slow motion way. What I'm doing is I'm trying to really feel or tap into how does my partner want to move? What feels good in my partner's body? And she might be doing the same thing as a follower, kind of feeling what works best in terms of the flow of movement in the system, right? And at times it might be faster, at times it might be slower, but you get a sense that this is a very non-literal and non-rhythmic way of dancing. And if it's done intentionally, feels very good because the quality of movement and connection between the partners is very rich.